So this is the rig here. I've got that recording and show you how that looks. I want to help provide an opportunity to do good research, to find the truth. So we have a kiosk now to facilitate this program. I'm not all upset with it. They want to utilize the proceeds for that to go ahead and procure more property. All of these things require maintenance. The buildings, the facilities, all require maintenance. Oh yeah, I actually sprayed my lens with that. Didn't really want to do that. So I'll take care of that. Good morning. Yeah, I wanted to show you the water, of course. I don't know that I can fix it with my little wiper. Maybe. I'll give it a try. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm gonna run with it. Looks like my buddy Nick is out there surfing. Oh, he's coming in. That's his surf cruiser. Wow, what a gorgeous day. Wow, look at the lights, or the reflections there. Hey, kitty. Hey, good morning, Nick. Excellent. What a gorgeous day, huh?
Yeah, man. Nice brisk morning, eh?
Oh, yeah. Have a good one. Thanks. So we could see from the angle that we were earlier, it was really lighting up the reflections quite a bit. Now not as much. In a similar way, it's all based on perspective, of course, where we are, what we see, what we can notice. I've got going on too for the live YouTube broadcast, I've got the P1000 concurrently running and zooming in on some of the beauty all around here. This is the Myrtle Beach skyline. People come from all over. We're expecting about 20 million guests in this year. It's about what we had last year. From this vantage point, the sun sets right about in the middle of the view from this perspective. And of course, we can see that the sunrise was 6:02. That's when it would appear at this vantage point. I took us for a ride on in to show you a little bit more of what that looks like on the drive. So I've stayed in the same location pretty much from when I first zoomed in on the sun here. And now that it's got a structure next to it, or it did when I started as well, you can see the placement is different. It's of course, the sun that's moving above the stationary Earth. I encourage everybody to seek the truth with all your heart. I believe that's what it's going to take, because we live in a world that is filled with an ocean, a sea of deception. Seeing is believing. What do we see? What do we believe about what we see? Is it true? Is it reality? So, for example, I'm looking at the same view that I'm showing you. However, I've got a bit more expansive perspective on it, because I can turn my head and see with both eyes. I'll just go ahead and pan on around here. We've got a gentle offshore breeze now of probably about 5 miles an hour. That's part of the dynamic of slowing the ocean down, the waves down, causing them to open up. This is the Mar Vista right here, and then the Wyndham in the middle of the view there. The ocean is a sea level liquid mirror, and it's just a gorgeous sight. There's a lot of censorship of the truth. It's been going on for a long time. It's become a bit more sophisticated with artificial intelligence, because it can regulate what gets seen by whom quite a bit more often. So this recording is with a Sennheiser surround sound on the iPhone 10, and then just the standard microphone on the P1000. And what I want to do, I'm going to clear my lens again. I can see it a little bit better. Good morning. I think I have a little bit more clarity right now. I've had an opportunity to capture absolutely spectacular content in my life as a I would say a researcher. And what's really interesting about researching in this capacity is having a way to show that with you. Now there's sent a video out there. It's called Stadia. It's a Google Play. It's talking about the Grand Illusion. Nicholson 1968's done a lot of good work that I've shared over the years. I've shared his website as well. It's going to be an interactive, immersive game system collaborating with high-powered technology and a worldwide game platform that's mind-blowing. And then you can save it and share it. What I'm doing is a bit different. This is as best I can tell, the reality of the world that we live in at the place that I'm observing it from. From the location I'm observing it from. And I have compiled, I believe, compelling evidence to show that the official system disseminating information, like the corporate media, the corporate controlled mainstream media, is very deceptive, as well as Hollywood and many other independent studios. Hollywood is probably the most recognized, putting just a bunch of perversion out for humanity to observe and base their beliefs on. Wanted to zoom in on the Pelican here and just show you a bit of the aerodynamics of a high-performance bird with an instinct, a way of going through life. It knows how to fly and how to find food, and just absolutely spectacular. You know, in the process of truth seeking, I encourage people to get out and enjoy creation. This lady here is with the turtle rescuing, and then they pick up trash too. We get large sea turtles. When I've been in the area here, when I was on the Cherry Grove Pier, I've seen massive turtles. Some of them are on my videos. They're up to 1,200 pounds. They're like 6 feet across, some of them. They're just massive turtles. Loggerhead, I believe they call them. So, like for example, the sound of the waves is totally different here than down by the pier. The way that the water moves around on the beach here is way different than at the pier. The pier is a massive structure with piers, vertical supports coming out of the ocean, coming out of the bottom, and it creates different turbulence in that. It's all very different. So a lot of people are searching. They'll be searching for items to commemorate their visit to the beach. Seashells, shark teeth. Some use treasure hunt. Treasure finders, metal detectors. Met a gentleman a couple days ago. He found a fully operational, working Rolex watch in pristine condition. What an accident that was. So God created this world. I'm a biblical creationist. There's a lot of seashells in that. Do you think he just decided to cough up a Rolex and throw it on the beach, or do you think it came from a Rolex factory? I would say the Rolex factory gets the nod. What's happening right now, I've got to tighten up my tripod. It's loosened up for some reason. I suspect sometimes the temperature differential, the sun is hitting the carbon fiber tripod, and it expands it, loosens it up. As I do life, I try to figure out how to do it better, how things actually work. When I found out that Santa Claus wasn't really aware of everything that I do and was going to reward me or bring me a lump of coal based on a lack of performance, when I realized that, I was about 7 years old, and that's when right about the time the fake moon landing came out, 1969. I'm 57 years old. I've been questioning my reality for a long time. When I was 2.5 years old, I started riding a bicycle without training wheels. I asked my dad to take the training wheels off because I wanted to do that. He didn't push me into it. What's interesting though, I'm a dad now, looking at commemorating another Father's Day, and I remember teaching our sons that were 5, 6 years old how to ride bicycles. So at 2.5, it was kind of like circus kind of stuff. But it wasn't my dad pushing me. He really didn't need to push me to do things. I was always wanting to do more and better and the best I could. What I want you to notice right now in the middle, in the view, there's the tide is moving, and I've got the numbers earlier on the recording. You can see it if you care to. And what happens with we can look at where it is right now. Higher is drier and lighter color, and there's my, you can see my shadow waving there, maybe a little bit better. You know, I'm not in front of a green screen. Here, let me, see, because of the lighting, you'll see me a lot different than when I step around. It's just the way that it is. So I'm right in the same spot where I first showed the sun in relationship to that building, and now look at where it is. Now Job 37 talks about the sun being in the midst of the clouds, and that works for me. Now, as a Bible believer, I believe God's word is true and all others are suspect. And there's different styles of writing. There's different forms of expression in Scripture. I'm going to move just a foot in, simply because I've got my dry feet. So there's hyperbole, which is like an exaggeration. There's a hot spot above the clouds, above the sun there. It's because it's really close. Where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon, and their duration of visibility varies throughout the seasons, throughout the days, throughout the phases of the moon, all of that. Reality like this is, I believe, important evidence to base our decisions on. I was an atheist because I believed the Bible was a fairy tale. Basically, NASA said so, and it wasn't. They were saying it wasn't valid. In school, I was presented evolution. And I've mentioned artificial intelligence, which can be very deceptive. In the context of deception, there's a high, depending on who is being presented the information, there will be a lot of truth, and then a little bit of falsehood, deception. Wow. That's what makes it so effective. rat poison is mostly desirable to the rat. It's desirable food for the rat. They eat it and it kills them. Toothpaste has sodium chloride in it. Some of the rodenticides have sodium chloride in it. A lot of the municipal water systems have sodium chloride in it. It reduces cognitive function, makes people less perceptive. Tap water, I wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid if it's made with tap water. In fact, I probably wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid or, yeah, no Kool-Aid. I like real fruit juices. I like high-powered nutrition. I bathe in drinking water. Today I just put baking soda in it and coconut oil. I mix it up. Sometimes I'll, and when I get home I'm gonna bathe our naked kitties, the Sphinx kitties. They need to get baths. The baking soda is an antifungal. Let's face it, as people we get fungus. Jock itch, athlete's foot, and more. Dandruff, all of that. And baking soda kills it. Cancer is a fungus. That's what a doctor from Italy found out. He injected baking soda water into tumors, killed them better than a hammer. The other thing is sugar feeds cancer, high-powered nutrition, and a effectively operating immune system is one of the best defenses and offenses. Yeah, the tide's coming in, to be sure. Yeah, it's just what it's doing. Or at least that wave was. You know what, I forgot to notice exactly what's going on with the tide. I just know that we're real close to high tide right now. Even though I showed the numbers, it's on the video. Probably only going to keep this to a few minutes longer video. There's a lot of powerful content on my channel to back up what I'm saying, what I've been saying for years. I've got a lifetime of research, and I'm wanting to show people with the simplicity of reality what can be obvious. Some would say it's common sense. It's not so common anymore. We're in a battle for the souls of men, women, and children. The primary battlefield is in the mind, our perception. What do we see, and then what do we believe about what we see? And because of that, we're going to make choices that will have long-reaching effects. So it's important to make, I believe, healthy choices that are going to give us the best opportunity to determine what's true, what's accurate, what's real. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to let the broadcast run a bit longer, but I believe I'm just going to have my recording end a little bit. Good morning. So this is the YouTube channel Truth. That's a good way to find me. Wow, I saw the reflection there. It's kind of cool. Okay, and then I'll bring it down from my other device. My phone number is 1-843-504-1776. You can call me anytime if you care to. Some of my videos I don't talk on. Most of them I do. A lot of them I do. Yeah, the tide's definitely coming in. We can see that. So there you go. Thank you so much. Reach out anytime you like. My YouTube Truth is the my Skype handle. You can find me there.